Hey everybody, Gayer here. I'm a longtime player of LOTRO in the Roxy Manor Kinship on Arkenstone, and I've also been for several years an editor on LOTRO-Wiki. So the video today will show you how to document the imbued legacies on legendary items. We do this to update LOTRO-Wiki fairly frequently. Every time they increase the max tier of the legacies, we have to go and update LOTRO-Wiki with those new values, and this is the process that we follow to do that. So before we start, obviously you have to have a level 100 or higher character of the appropriate class that you want to document. Also, you need to make sure that you have a couple of brand new legendary items. They need to be at least level 100. I think that's actually the max you can get now. We do want to start with brand new legendary items. We don't want to try to document existing ones that have been leveled up. It'll skew the values a little bit, so make sure you have brand new LIs. And we're going to actually have two slots available in our legendary items panel because we're going to slot these brand new LIs. So since I'm a hunter, I have a ranged weapon and a melee weapon. If I was a lore master, obviously I'd have a staff and a book, right? So, but I just want to have one of each of the different types of legendary items that my class can use. So I'm going to go ahead and slot my ranged weapon here in 3, and then that melee weapon in 4. Now, it doesn't matter what legacies the item already has on it inherently. That's irrelevant. We're still going to be able to document all of the legacies. So now that I've slotted my item, I'm going to go to a Forge Master, and I'm going to choose to imbue the item. So there's the ranged weapon that I just slotted. Notice I didn't level up the weapon. Once you slot it, you want to just immediately go to the Forge Master and start documenting. If I level this item up at all, it's going to mess up the values. So don't do anything in between. So you'll notice if I mouse over each one of these legacies, I get a tooltip that shows me all the values that I need to know in order to update LOTRO-Wiki. It shows me the tier 1, the tier 2, the tier 38, which is the max without any scrolls of empowerment, and then the tier 69, which is the theoretical maximum. So those are really the four values, the four sets of values that we need to capture. And we need to do it for every single possible legacy on this item. So to document that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the H key while I have moused over, and it's going to freeze the tooltip. And I'm going to do that for the other two as well. So now I have all three of those tooltips now frozen on screen. So now I've documented the three legacies that came on the item. Now I'm going to go ahead and imbue it. And then if I open up my legendary item panel, you'll notice that I can select one of these legacies, any of them, it doesn't matter which one, and click Replace Legacy. And now I'm going to get a list of every possible other legacy that could be added to this item. So I'm going to go through that same process. I'm going to mouse over the legacy, hit H, mouse over, H, mouse over, H, etc. And I'm just going to keep doing that for all the legacies in this whole list. And that does it. All right, so now I'll just cancel that, close my panel. So now I have tooltips for every single possible legacy. And I'm just simply going to rearrange them on my screen because I want to take a screenshot here to capture this information. So I just need to make sure I can view all of them at once. This is kind of the boring part, just dragging windows around the screen. And now I have all of my legacies visible. I'm going to print screen that. And now I've captured all of the possible legacy values for that particular item. Basically, then I'm just going to go to my panel and I'm going to repeat that whole process for my melee weapon, my other type of legendary item, right? So I would go and choose to imbue it. I would mouse over, grab all those tooltips, imbue it, choose Replace, Legacy, and grab all the other tooltips. So pretty simple process, but it's very valuable, very useful information for us to be able to update LOTRO-Wiki. Thanks for watching, and have fun documenting.